Karan Jekli Live.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today in this video we are going to discuss introduction to embedded systems. So guys, in this video we are going to discuss what is embedded system, its definition, what are the different examples of embedded systems, what is the basic organization of an embedded systems, and what are the different characteristics of an embedded system. So guys, for the full video, all of you stay tuned. So guys, coming to the formal definition of embedded systems. So what are embedded systems? An embedded system is a combination of computer hardware and software which is designed to perform a dedicated task. So a dedicated task. So what is an embedded system? It is a combination of computer hardware and software which are designed to perform a specific task, not a general purpose task. So they are designed to perform a specific or dedicated task. Okay, and here is another definition of embedded system. Embedded system is when we embed a computer program to a larger system to control its working. Then what do we call it? We call it as embedded system. So when we have a computer program which we embed or insert into a larger system so that this program can control the working of that large system, then what do we call it as? We call it as embedded system. Basically, embed is to insert a program into something so that it can control its working. Okay, and guys, the embedded systems, they are tightly coupled to the applications, unlike general purpose computer system. Now what happens in embedded systems? So they are designed for a specific task, so they are designed only to perform that specific task. If we compare them to general purpose system like your laptops, okay, so you can adapt your laptop to perform any different type of tasks, but this is not the case with your embedded systems. So they are tightly coupled to the applications for which they are designed, and they will do only that task. They will not do any other task for which they are not designed for. So what do we call such systems? We call such systems as embedded systems. And guys, these are some examples of embedded systems. Now these examples will make the idea of embedded system little more clear to you. For example, consumer electronics. Nowadays guys, you see all the consumer electronics, most of them, they come with a small screen and a small keypad, and inside there is a program which is controlling the working of that device. Okay, so what that program is, that is a embedded system. For example, nowadays our washing machines, they are programmable. You can set the temperature, you can set the timer, and you set the wash pattern, and according to the things which you set, your washing machine will wash your clothes. Okay, or you have microwave ovens, right? So it comes with a tiny screen, so for using which we can do the interface, and a small keypad, and you can set the temperature and the cooking time, and the microwave oven will operate according to it. So what are these? These are small programs which are controlling the working of a bigger machine. So what are they? They are embedded systems. Nowadays in your cars also, most of the cars, they come with anti-lock braking system. So what is anti-lock braking system? Again, there is an onboard computer which calculates how much force to put on the brakes, on the curves, or in the different conditions. So what it is? It is an embedded system, or you can say the industrial control system. Now most of the industries are automated, so they are controlled with the onboard computers, and those computers, they perform a dedicated task, okay, for which they are programmed. For example, we have CNC machines. We also call them as computerized numerical control machine. So these machines will work according to the program for which is fed to that machine. It will work exactly according to that program. Okay, so what it is? It is another example of embedded system. And guys, here is the basic organization of embedded system. Okay, so no matter which embedded system it is or what it is controlling, most of the embedded systems, they have this basic organization. So they have a processor. What is a processor? Which processes the instruction and it controls everything. Okay, and the processor can access a small memory in the system where the program is stored. So according to this program, it will control the device. Okay, so then it will have a software which will be installed in a memory, and it will have auxiliary system, for example power system, so which will give the power to the system and all that. So then it will have a small human interface. For example, on your washing machine or microwave, you have that keypad using which you can give the input. So what do we call it? We call it as human interface. Then it has analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversions. Now guys, what happens, most of the consumer devices, they are electromechanical devices, so they work on analog signals, and your computer is a digital device, so the analog signals from them must be converted to digital, and the digital signals from your processors must be converted to analog system signals. So all these things are done by these converters. Then it has electromagnetic mechanical backup. So what is electromechanical device? This is the actual physical hardware which performs the task. Okay, for example, if you have a printer, so what is a printer? Printer is an electromechanical device. Okay, so it is controlled by a software, but mechanically it is printing some data to the page. The head is moving, then you have rollers which are moving. Okay, and it is printing. So what do we call it? We call it as electromechanical system, which is controlled by a processor. So guys, this is a basic organization, no matter which embedded system it is. So the organization will be more or less same. So we have a processor, which we have a software, we have a small memory, we will have a human interface, then we will have some sensors, and it will operate in some external environment, and then we will have mechanisms to convert an analog signal to digital and a digital signal to analog. So this is a basic organization of an embedded system. And guys, these are some characteristics of embedded systems. So they can be small, they can be large. By small, they can be embedded into a microwave. By large, the embedded systems can be used to automate full industrial production process. For example, car manufacturing and all that. So they can be as small as a microwave, and they can be as large as full automated industrial production system. Okay, and they are very strict, and always, no matter which embedded system it is, they are very strict in respect of safety. They have very strict safety features because the full device is dependent upon them. So the safety cannot be compromised. Then the reliability. Since one system is working again and again, so they should be highly reliable. They should be highly reliable. So whenever consumer gives a command, it should work according to that command. So then they work in real-time fashion, and they work in real-time fashion. So what is a real-time system? In real-time system, we have very strict requirement of the time. We have very strict requirement of the time. So they must respond within a fixed time frame. So what do we call it? We call it as real-timeliness. Okay. So then they can be mass produced to lower the cost. Now all the systems these days which we buy, they are mass produced, okay, which decreases the cost of a system. Okay, and they always have limited resources because embedded system is not a full-fledged computer. It is just a small microcontroller or small computer which is designed to control only one type of device. So they have very limited resources in terms of CPU processing power, in terms of memory, and in terms of power itself. Okay, so they have very limited resources. And embedded systems, they always operate in a very hostile human environment. So guys, unlike your desktop computer users or your laptop users, the humans are trained to use them. But embedded systems, they are used in consumer Okay, most of the housewives are using it. Okay, so it has a very hostile human environment. That means the people who are using these systems, or they are not skilled to use a computerized system. Okay, for example, your maid is using your laptop. She is not trained to use a, for example, your maid is using your microwave. She is not trained to use a computerized system, so which provides a very hostile human environment. So they are not highly skilled to use it. So the human environment in which they operate is very hostile. People will keep pressing the button. Sometimes they will not understand, so they will abort it, so they will restart it, they will misuse it. Okay, so which makes the working environment very hostile for a embedded system. And these systems are designed, or they are prepared in such a way so that they can withstand the hostile human environment. Okay, unlike our laptop, so you have to shut it down properly, else the operating system will corrupt. But in embedded system, the environment is very hostile, no one cares, right? So they are designed to work in a hostile human environment. So guys, again, no matter what embedded system it is, the characteristics of all the embedded systems will be more or less same. So guys, that's pretty much an introduction to embedded system. Soon I'll be uploading another video regarding the operating system structure of the embedded system. So guys, if you understand my video, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading more and more IT lectures on different topics like concurrent programming, advanced operating system, computer organization, system analysis and design. And guys, all of you, thanks for watching and stay tuned.